Liam, how's the atmosphere been in the change room over the last few days, given everything that's happening off the field at the club at the moment?
Atmosphere amongst the boys is okay. I'm not going to say it's delighted. Obviously, we're not pleased with the position we find ourselves in the league. Kind of content with the victory the other day against St Johnstone, a game that we were looking to win, and we managed to do so in a comfortable fashion. So, we're okay. Desperate to be higher up in the league. Obviously, we're not there just now, but huge game tomorrow night. Obviously, one of the biggest games for us, and one we're really looking forward to. The
manager talks about unity from everyone at the club, the supporters, the team. Are you united in the dressing room? Is that how you boys feel, united behind the manager and behind everything he decides at the moment?
I think kind of the more difficult the times get, the stronger you should become as a team, and that's always been the case since I've been at this club. The tougher the times, then the closer you should be getting. Ultimately find ourselves a few points behind top spot, which is not acceptable and something that we're really not happy with. But as a collective, we're really looking forward and then try to close that gap. We are together, absolutely. A lot of good guys, a lot of great players in that changing room as well. So one game at a time tomorrow night against Aberdeen, and we want to show we're together.
So is that the message you're trying to send, Liam, as one of the senior players in the club, that there may be some negatives at the moment, but you try and use it as a positive? Perhaps next season, that's where you'll reap the rewards of it.
We are the atmosphere though, do you know what I mean? How we play on the pitch kind of dictates the atmosphere that's around, so we need to understand that we've got a massive responsibility to kind of hundreds of thousands of people, and we are the atmosphere, so ultimately how we perform on the pitch will dictate the noise around the place.
How do you feel you've performed since Jack's injury?
I think I've done alright. I think I've done okay. Kind of annoyed with the third goal against Hibs. I was a wee bit annoyed with that. Maybe come for a ball I should never get involved in, I should just stay. Ultimately I probably don't save it anyway, but the more game rhythm you get, obviously I hadn't played for 6 months, so I've done okay. I don't think I've had a massive influence in terms of the scoreline, positively or negatively. I don't think it's made any difference kind of who was in the goals. I think the boys in front of me have done really well for large spells. Ultimately there's been odd laps, which has mean I've conceded a goal like St Johnstone set piece the other day. But I think I've done fine. I don't think I've caused any drama. That's my role, get in, do your job, allow the boys to try and win the games. And tomorrow night will be the same. It'll be a game I'm looking to kind of go under the radar, do whatever I need to do when called upon, and a game I'm really looking forward to again.
When one door closes, another one opens. Do you see the possibility that you could retain the starting position even when Jack's fit?
Honestly, things move so quickly at this place, Raman, do you know what I mean? Like, they go so fast. I remember everybody was talking about how good we were against Celtic, and all of a sudden it was poor against Hibs, and then against Dundee, and better against so many spinning plates, isn't there? Like, one game at a time. I'll try my best tomorrow night against Aberdeen, try and help the team as best I can. Whoever the manager picks, if it's me, great. If it's not, and it's Jack, then he's got my full support. I'm aware when I signed here what my role was. That doesn't mean I don't try and play as well as I can. I don't try and keep the position. Ultimately, and of course I do. But I'm not daft either. I know how things work.
You also had the defeat in Pittodrie. How determined are the players to kind of right the wrongs from that game?
Obviously Aberdeen beat us at Pittodrie up there. They never even lost a game till mid-November. I think it was only about a month and a half ago. It was our first defeat. So playing against a really good team, against a really good manager. Obviously they've not had the results maybe they've been looking for, but they might have a bit of momentum. Obviously Ross makes a great penalty save kind of last minute against Hearts at the weekend. We're expecting the very best version of Aberdeen, one that's kind of caused everybody problems in the league this year, so we can't have a bigger one, and they beat us in the previous fixture, so we need to be on it, and it's a game that ultimately we need to be our absolute best to take maximum points from.
Liam, to go back to where you started, I mean, most countries in Europe, most cultures, if you're second in the league, you're in a really good place, in a strong place. Does it fall to guys like you to have been and raised here to keep hammering that home?
I think a lot of the boys in the changing room are aware that kind of we must win. It doesn't matter the moment or anything like that. You must win. People don't care the story, or ultimately they only care when you win. So I say that to the boys all the time. The boys aren't daft. The boys know we need to win. We've got a changing room, a really good guys who are absolutely desperate to win and are hurting massively when we don't win. But I'm well aware, kind of my whole life, obviously, like being here, that we could never draw, we could never lose, and when you do, it's the end of the world. So that's not been a surprise to me. But like I say, the boys are absolutely desperate to win. I'm not kind of get away from that.
Liam, how was it playing in the game at the weekend when the atmosphere was so subdued amidst protests?
Obviously you're wearing the noise that kind of run about normally when it is so loud, so it was slightly different. I'm not going to say it wasn't. I think we scored kind of 3 goals rapid, and that kind of helped kind of perked everybody up. Ultimately it was a bit of a strange feeling, but we were there to get the job done, we were there to get the 3 points. We managed to do that. Kind of supporters within their right to do whatever they want to do. Us as players, we've not got to tell anybody what to do. We're so grateful for the support that we get through all the good times and all the difficult times. And ultimately, the more support we get, the better. But we kind of the support's been unwavering for many years here, so we can't complain.
Liam, the reverse fixture in Pittodrie, that was a really raucous night at Aberdeen. You kind of need that from your own fans and your perspective this time round.
Aye, but they always bring it. Like, we are well aware, obviously, Aberdeen's a huge fixture for the club, and we expect that atmosphere tomorrow night. A really difficult game. Like I say, the tougher the games, the better we do usually. So hopefully that's the same tomorrow night. Obviously, I said they've not been on a great run, but they're still 4th in the league. They're still in a really good position. They've got some brilliant individual players and some real good pace at the top end of the pitch as well. So we're definitely preparing for the best version of Aberdeen. And our supporters at home under the lights, always a special night. So a night we're really looking forward to.
Last couple in this section.
Have you found the manager over the last couple of weeks? Have you seen any change? There must be a lot of talk about his future.
Over the last what, sorry?
Over the last couple of weeks, obviously the highs of the Celtic game, the lows of other games. Have you seen any change in the manager around the place on the training ground?
No, I've not seen any change in him. He's been consistent. I will say that. He's been frustrated with the fact that we can perform that well against Celtic, and in the first 25 minutes against Hibs, and then we can drop off. Frustrated. He's been searching for answers, searching for ways to make us better. That's a constant. Always looking for ways for us to improve. And it's not as if we're in there thinking there's no way we can improve. We are well aware that there's massive improvement that we can make, and it's something that we're absolutely all desperate to do.
Last one, this section. He's happy.
Liam, sorry, just from a playing perspective, you've had a bit of a mixed changing defence in front of you. Is that just an extra challenge for you?
Obviously it's never easy when you're kind of playing with a different back four, but I'm new as well, do you know what I mean? So it's not as if I can complain about anybody else being new. I've just been thrown in as well, so they'd probably be easier with a goalkeeper that had been playing for the previous 6 months. So like you say, try and do your own job, help your teammates as best as possible. But like I say, I'm new just as the rest of them.